Hattis Hierophant. I am Crystal, your tarot reader. I hope you are doing well. Listen, I have a couple of minor announcements. I am going to be uploading more often on this channel. So not only will I continue to upload your general monthly readings, but we are going to start doing some bi-weekly check-ins. We are going to, there's 5 of me, just so you know. I am going to be uploading your monthlies by the 1st or before, and I want to upload your mid-month check-in around the 15th, 17th, mid-month-ish. If you do not follow me on Instagram, hop over there. I do uploads for new moon energies, and I do a short little reading on there. It's a lot of fun. And then on Twitter, which I really typically don't interact there more, and I want to. So I'm going to start uploading weekly readings starting there. Now, Instagram and Twitter are going to be short and sweet, but it's going to give you that spiritual conversational punch that I think will be fun for us all. Now, let's get on with your May reading. Let's just get into it. So the center of your read is the 5 of Wands. So already that's competitive energy, but I feel like it's more than just competition. With some of you, it is going to be competitive over a job. You're competing in keeping your position, right? You're competing in keeping your salary, right? So I see a lot of that for some of you Capricorns. You're competing to get another job even. So I see that. But I also see that May, for some of you Capricorns, you're just going to be filled of just little things that are just getting on your nerves, that are just causing a problem, right? I feel like some of us are going to have issues with our plumbing. We're going to have issues with our car. And they're not big things, because this is not a tower. This is just a 5 of Wands, right? You see how no one's really getting hurt. It's just more of like, really kind of energy. And also, let's take solace, Capricorn, that it's a temporary energy, right? It's not a major arcana, it's a minor arcana. So it's just going to be a little bit of it here and there. And guess what? Because you stopped by and talked to Hattie, you're going to know how to handle it. So let's go into your moon energy. Your moon energy is where we have our emotions. This is where spirit is working on our behalf, and or this is where you are resonating. And believe you me, they all have a relationship with one another. And so you have the King of Cups, Capricorn, along with the 3 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So already, there's some of you Capricorns that you're like, where is my love? Where is my boo? And I feel like it's just going to take a little bit longer. And that's okay, Capricorn, because the truth of the matter is you really don't like anything rushed. You really like it when by the time you get it, it's supposed to be how it's supposed to be, right? You don't want to get it too quickly, because then if it's not 100% right, then it's like, then I would have waited. Right? And that's what spirit is doing for you. So this love that you've been waiting on, right? And that's that ooey gooey love. That's that love that comes with experience and knows how to love, knows how to show it, and not afraid to show it. And because I have the Knight of Pentacles here, it's going to be one that spirit is working for you in that way. They're working on that love for you that's going to it's going to be a little bit slow and steady. So don't worry, Capricorn, it's coming. And for those of you who are in relationships or you're partnered up and you just recently, I feel like some of you Capricorns have recently just have been coming around the bend of making up with your partner. And I feel like that you're starting to appreciate the work that you do put in. You're starting to appreciate your partner a bit more. And if it's not that, they appreciate you a bit more. And with this 3 of Wands, I can see in both instances how you are moving forward. It's like you and spirit are both on that same path to what you want in regards to love. Now, I also see that some of you are going towards a passionate new job, right? Doesn't feel like a job. Is it more like an interest or hobby or a business? I heard A, B, and C. It is A, B, and C. So some of you Capricorns are really starting to you're really starting to feel this thing that you've been wanting to do. Like you're starting to really move in that direction. You're beyond getting information. Now you're putting the information into play. And some of you, it is going to have to be a little bit of a financial contribution to put it into play. But I feel for a lot of you that it's not like this huge investment. I hear you. It's like right now, anything's a huge investment. Thank you, Crystal. Yes, but it's not thousands of dollars. It's not even hundreds of dollars. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm literally seeing like $150, $250 at the most, right? But I'm seeing that put that little small investment into that passionate thing that you're trying to do, and it is going to move you in that direction where you want to go. Okay, so I love the energy in every direction, whether it's love, career, or business. I feel like that this slow and steady pace that has been taking a while for you is paying off. And Spirit is just asking you, Capricorn, come on, you are ruled by Saturn. So you having to work for it, it's in your wheelhouse, I'm sorry, right? Spirit is just asking you to put just a bit more work and effort into it, and it'll start pushing you in that direction. You just got to do it. Okay, what am I doing? So now we're going into your sun energy, and this is where your ego is. This is where I see you, where you see me. This is where everybody sees each other, right? It's in our sun energy. And I have the Six of Wands. As soon as I picked up this energy, it was just one of celebration, of job well done, of things finally just starting to pick up, right? I see that happening for some of you Capricorns, along with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Things are picking up, right? So I like this. If you haven't gotten information yet on something that you're going after, you're going to start getting information about it soon. This Queen of Swords, she's the one that kind of delivers these messages, and she delivers those important messages, right? She doesn't dilly-dally around. She's not like the Queen of, the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a different type of energy. She's charismatic. She's more of an energy of, getting you out there to be seen and shown. The Queen of Swords is different. She's here to bring you information, or Capricorn, if this is where your energy is, and this is like Libra energy. So perhaps if you have a Libra in your moon, right? Or even a Libra sun, maybe that's where you're resonating this month. I feel like that you are going to be giving word. I feel like you're going to be heard. Someone wants to hear from you, okay? And this is going to really put you in that light of, wow, okay, good idea, yeah. And this is also that energy of things that's just happening in your everyday life, just finally kind of going right, okay? So that's making me really feel like we don't need to worry about this, Capricorn, even though that's the center of your reading. I feel like that somehow that is going to, thank you. I hear it's perspective. It's really all about perspective. Don't think because, if you stub your toe, or if you drop your keys, it doesn't mean that this is a sign from the spirits that everything's about to go wrong. Sometimes you just stub your toe, okay? Because we are heading towards this Nine of Pentacles. So this Nine of Pentacles is an energy of independence. And I feel like, for sure, Capricorns, you have that energy of not only wanting to be independent, but you like that feeling of, and you like wanting to feel independent because you like to feel stable. You like to know what's going on. You don't like surprises, right? That's how come you rather have this energy of, I can do it by myself, I can achieve it by myself. And some of us Capricorns are feeling that way. And some of you are going to be gifted, right? And that's what this energy is too. Why do I feel like some of you are getting a watch? Perhaps some of you are getting a watch. Like I see some of you actually putting the watch on. So you're being gifted for this, like these job. Well, like I said, people want to hear from you. And whatever it is you want to, whatever it is you are going to be giving as far as this information, people are going to celebrate you and they're going to gift you. Also, keep in mind that nines are endings. So if financially you've been kind of struggling, or even financially you've been kind of wondering, we can expect that whatever answers that you've been wanting about your finances, about your money, and even about those tangible things. I feel like some of us are really worried and concerned about those tangible things, like our housing, our jobs, our cars even. So if you've been kind of like waiting to hear back, you are going to hear back for sure within May. It's going to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? You're going to understand it more. You're going to be able to plan more because of it. Okay. I hope that was a better explanation. Let's go into your immediate present. And I have the Emperor that flanks that Five of Wands with the Knight of Swords. Very interesting energy since it is in your immediate present. Some of us may be dealing with in Aries. I get some Aries energy, and the Aries energy I'm getting too is kind of like the Aries is in their moon energy. They're in their feelings, and when this energy gets into their feelings, sometimes they can come across a little immature, a little combative. So Capricorn, just be a little combative. So Capricorn, just kind of be on the watch for that, right? Because I feel like that if we don't, then we are going to kind of join the fight, right? It's almost like this is like an evoke of emotion, right? You start saying things because you were kind of you felt like you had to get your point across, but then all of a sudden, and you know what, Capricorns, when y'all pop off, like it's you go for the juggler, right? Yes, you are giddy, you are funny, you know all those things, but when a Capricorn is ticked off and they start to tell you about yourself, oh my goodness, Capricorn, it's like you take them down to the root, and that's the energy I feel here. So just, you know, let's try to hold back on any type of disagreements that we have so it doesn't get out of hand. And that Emperor too, that Emperor has that energy to get out of hand in their actions and what they say as well. So I feel like with that being in our immediate present, it's like a warning, okay, of don't let those little things, yes, and I know it's easier said than done. Yes, Capricorn, because I can understand that you're a little anxious and stressed, like a lot of people, right? So just know your triggers so you know how to manage that, okay? Okay, now let's expand on your moon energy. Listen, my love. So I expanded on that King of Cups, and I have the Three of Swords along with the Knight of Wands. So again, I feel like that some of us Capricorns, okay. Some of us, it was a third party kind of situation. There were three people involved, and perhaps you knew about them, perhaps they didn't know about you, but there was a situation to where I feel like one person doesn't know there were three of us, right? There's one person who always thought there were just two of us. And I feel like that someone left that situation. As soon as they found out there were three, it was like, I am out of here. Thank you. Bye-bye. That's one scenario. Another scenario I get is those Capricorns that are looking for love. And you're like, when is it coming, right? It's almost like you've been down on yourself. Like, why don't I have love, right? Susie Q over here has love, and I'm just using that. If your name is Susie Q, it's a really cute name. It is, okay? I'm just using it. If Susie Q has a bow and she's crazy, why don't I have a bow, right? Or vice versa, whatever the story is for you. That's how I feel, like how you feel. Like, why is it that everyone else seems to get love and I don't? That's where this comes in. Why don't I? Listen, it's not why don't I, because that person is coming. And it may even be I hear Aries, or I hear a fire sign. I hear Aries or a fire sign, that they may be coming. I'm going to expand on that a little bit more. But before I do, let's go on the expansion that I did for the Knight of Pentacles. And I got the Ten of Cups, right? That's the most beautiful family card that you can have, okay? So when we're talking about that whole kit and caboodle and what family means to you, which could just mean, you know, me and her and the dog, me, her, and the hamster, you know, me, him, and the house or the apartment, right? That is that completion of family card. That's with your Knight of Pentacles. Remember how we were talking about Spirit is just working a little bit longer, right? Because it needs to be made specifically for you, Capricorn. So although it's been, you know, a little bit slower, that family is coming to you, right? That completion of that feeling of family, like someone has my back. We can share holidays together. We can travel together. We can save our money together. We can invest together, right? If I'm going through it, you going through it. If we're celebrating, we're celebrating. Like, that's what you're looking for. And it's coming, right? So we have the Three of Cups here. We don't have to worry about this anymore, Capricorn. We have it here. And I also feel that way too. So let's shift gears too, because I feel like it's really important, because there's some of you who are really career, and it's not even career. Why don't I want to call it that? I feel like, because when I think of career, I think of like an accountant or a doctor or, you know, something very, you know, like business-like, right? And that's not what I'm feeling for you, Capricorn. I'm feeling like it's more of you are going towards something you love to do, something that you're passionate about, almost like you went to school to be an attorney, but now you want to do something different. You want to make beer and you want to open up a brewery. You want to open up like a garden center. Like I see these things that were just passions, and you treated them more like luxuries and even hobbies. And now, because I feel like you've had time, like the whole your perspective has shifted, and you're like, I can do those things and I can figure out how to make it. Not only have you figured out how you can make it into a living, but you figured out how to bring your living down to a certain expense so you can do it. That's what it is, right? So when we have that, you know, that Ten of Cups, and that Ten of Cups is not only about family, because it is the most beautiful card that represents family, but it also represents wholeness, right? It's a Ten of Cups. Cups represent love, right? And that's almost deeper than passion, because sometimes passion can just be temporary. Love is forever. And it shifts and molds into whatever it needs to be. Does that make sense? And then when you have the Three of Cups, we have more cups, and threes are action. It's like we're making a decision to celebrate this new family, this new passion, this new love. And it took us a little while to get there. And this is Capricorn energy, slow and steady. And then when I expand on that Three of Wands, which is a very purposeful energy, it's about going on that purposeful journey. You're heading in that direction, Capricorn. And I have the Page of Pentacles. Now's the time that if you have started something, right? And I'm talking about you've decided to expand on this hobby. You've decided to expand on this thing that you thought you couldn't make money from. Now's the time to start telling people about it, start advertising about it, start making it public. Now is the time. Okay, so for some of you who are waiting for that love, right? Are you robbing the cradle, Capricorn? I feel like that this partner may be a little bit younger than you. Or you know what? Or if it's not that they're younger, they have a younger energetic energy. They like to play. And I feel like you need that. I feel like that balances out some of that serious side of you, Capricorn. They're going to be very playful. Yeah. So I expanded on it. I expanded on that Page of Pentacles, and we got the Hierophant, right? And the Hierophant represents marriage. It represents those relationships that are solid. It represents, you know, the title of, yeah, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, this is my husband, this is my wife, this is the real deal. And since we were talking about relationships, and that's on the Page of Pentacles, just get ready, Cappy. Get ready. Some of us are actually going to meet this new love on, as you start to venture out on, I wish I had a name for it. Because it's not new. I don't feel like it's new. I just feel like it's new in the sense of I want to do this for a living now, right? That's the newness, is the now is the newness, right? And I feel like for some of us, when we go out there and we start making it known and we start going public, some of us are going to meet our person there. And they may even have a child already, Capricorn. So just be ready for that. Yeah. Spirit just told me you're up for the responsibility. So there's that. Okay, so let's expand on your immediate, in your ego. And I'm expanding on that Six of Wands, right? And I have the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So obviously, that's exactly it. So I feel like that some of us are in jobs and careers right now to where you feel like that everything you've invested, you are just not getting back what you're just not getting back what you think you should be getting back. You're not getting a return on your investment. And I feel like a lot of you, it's mostly the time that you've put in and your commitment. I feel like some of you even like moved to another state or even another country. And you feel like you were sold a bill of goods. And you're like, everything that I don't want to say sacrificed. I feel like that invested. That's what I keep hearing, invested. Everything you've invested into this, you're just not getting the payback that you would like. And you're almost like, what did I leave behind to get here? Right? You thought it was going to be something rewarding, but come to find out, it's almost like you feel like you're holding your breath and you're waiting for it to get better, and it's just not. However, Capricorn, when I expand on this Nine of Pentacles, baby, I get the Ace of Wands. And like, that's not enough. And you get the Ace of Cups. Are you kidding me? This is in your ego. So listen, let's talk it out, right? Obviously, there is something that you are interested in that you're like, you know what? I want to push forward in this direction because what I have put in to those tangible things, right? And those tangible things are, like work, job, right? And the reason I put it that way, I put it in a way to where you were working for someone else. You were creating your future for someone else. And it just, everything you've put into it hasn't been paying off. So now you're getting back to you. What is it that me as this Capricorn, what do I want? What do I want to see? And once you start realizing that, right? Because I can see it happening in spirit. We saw that. Once you start realizing that, these opportunities, because you're going public, you're letting people know, like, this is what I'm doing now. I'm a singer, I'm a writer, I'm a chef, I'm a gardener, right? Whatever it is. and you push forward passionately, and people are going to see this passion and they're going to respond to it, and they're going to frippin' love it, and it's going to open up the doors for this new you, this new beginning. I like it. Not to mention, for those of you who are seeking love, because I can see that in your moon energy, it's going to be a passionate relationship, right? And they're going to allow you to be the individual that you are. That's what I like about that energy. They're going to love you anyway. All of your imperfections, they're going to love anyway. Let me expand on this Queen of Swords, because she's just standing here like, I got something to say. That Libran energy. Unbelievable. Capricorn-Your. But for some reason, I'm not getting that type of energy in your reading. I'm getting that stability that you've been wanting. And I feel like you've been wanting it for a while. It's like, I just need things to start flipping working out. Like, that's how I feel. You're almost like irritated, like, universe, help me. Give me 4 legs, why don't ya? And they're listening. Because we have the 4 of Pentacles along with the Sun card. And typically this is all about holding on to what you have, creating stability. And when it's coupled up with the Sun card, the most beautiful card in the deck. It's all about prosperity, new beginnings, joy, happiness. This is in your immediate present, right? So when the Emperor shows up, everyone listens. And the Emperor's like, Capricorn, it is time. It is time for you to have the stability that you've been craving. And I'm going to let you know that it's full of prosperity. It's a yes, yes, and a yes. I love it. When I expand on that Knight of Swords, I get the 8 of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. So obviously I'm getting a lot of earth energy here. I'm getting a lot of purpose type energy. So some of us are going to be signing, some of us are just gonna have to put some work in. It's inevitable. And you're gonna have to do it, because in order to get and create stability, you gotta dig some holes to put those poles, right? They just don't appear, Capricorn. And the thing is, you understand that. So this is a time to get that laser focus. Move forward to whatever it is you want to do. Stop guessing. Stop second guessing if you're ready. You're beyond ready. It's time, right? You're in that energy. You're in that flow of. You finish that sentence, Capricorn. You're in that flow of. What do you want? You get to write your story. That's the position you're in. And then with the King of Pentacles, right? He represents that legacy. And that's what stability means to you. It's not only enough to give me stability for today, but for tomorrow and for possibly my loved ones. Wow. Very interesting. Capricorn, what? All right, I'm going to expand on that 5 of Wands. We have the Strength, the High Priestess, King of Swords. So we end the reading with some major arcanas, the Strength and the High Priestess. And what I love about this Strength card is I feel like this is what you've been having to carry for a long time. And Spirit has recognized it. And I feel like that this is, it's almost like, Spirit is saying, I want Capricorn to know. I want them to know that I've recognized how strong you've been. I've recognized the times to where you wanted it all to end. You wanted it to stop. They just know that you pushed beyond, and they know it. And with the High Priestess coupled with it, that lets me know that Spirit is speaking to you. And they want you to know that they've noticed all the work you've put in and everything that you've overcome. And now it's time to get all those things you've been wanting. Stable money, stable job, stable relationships, stability. And with that King of Swords there, we are going to be getting word of it, right? Yes. So what I'm getting from it is that King of Swords popped up, because it's not like you're gonna get like this big, like this big, booming voice of Capricorn, here is your sign. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be more of a subtle, it's gonna be a subtle word. It's going to be a subtle phrase. It's going to be a subtle action. It's going to be a subtle idea that comes across your desk, that comes across your email, that comes across to you. It's going to be so subtle, but the way you receive it, you're going to know it's from Spirit. I think I want to do one more. I want to do one more card just to end it, because I'm just enjoying this energy so much. I want it to keep going. Okay, one more, Spirit, one more. Yeah, and it's the 10 of Swords, and I like that. And the reason I like that, because I feel like some of you still have a little bit of PTSD. You're still holding on to those things that happened to you, those hurts, those disappointments. And Spirit is saying, let it go. There's no coming back from it. You have paid those dues. This is ding dong dead. Those old ideas, those old things that happened. Again, I feel like some of you have been suffering for the past 8 to 10 years. Like, it's been that freaking long. And Spirit realized that, and they are lifting off that veil of heaviness. If you're not feeling lighter yet, you're going to be feeling lighter sooner. Things are going to start to ebb and flow. Even during this time where things seems so unsure and uncertain, things are going to start looking more certain to you. All right, my love. I am going to end the reading with an angel card. Let's see what our last final message is going to be to carry us on through May. Okay, all right. And it is sisterhood and brotherhood. So the energy I get from that, Spirit. Okay, so the energy I get from that. So I don't know if some of us have been having issues with some of our siblings. Because I don't feel like this is a sisterhood, brotherhood, in as far as us all being attached spiritually as sisters and brothers. I feel like this is actual siblings of being sisters and brothers. In order for us to move into this new energy of completion, of of going into more stability, these relationships that we've had with our siblings, we are going to have to, I don't want to say mend them. I want to say more like get some closure with it. I think that's the most important, is to get closure with it. So that way you always know in your hearts of hearts that no matter what going forward, you expressed how much you love them, how much you appreciate their contribution, whatever it is that that relationship gave to you, because it gave something to you, right? Acknowledge that. And that's how you're going to have closure with that. And that's going to help you along these lines of stability and getting rid of 2 or 3 of these swords. All right, Capricorn, I absolutely adore you.